G'day, everybody. I want to talk about a little bit about the world because I just listened to the Great Reset thing, huh? And I want to put out my opinion of how they do it. Another little way of seeing it besides this fella's talked about it. It'll be pretty similar. But here it goes. When you want to start this Great Reset, and in this day and age, with the technology we got, and the media we got, and the way we can make diseases and stuff like that through the bio section, right? If you wanted to take over the world, I've mentioned this before in different ways, but I'm going to do it again, is that you first start off with how would you take out a company without being in competition with them? What's the best plan? Right, everybody? Because that's what these people will say who want to change things. And not just a car company, but lots of companies, right? And you don't want to attack them all separately because that is going to cost you a lot of money. So what's the best way? What would be on the top? Shut them down. How would you help to shut them down so you can get these companies not to make money and make it look like it's a nature thing and all that kind of thing, and make it look like you're not shutting them down, it's on a war or something like that, where they can't really complain? Release a virus. When the virus is released, how can you make that virus really be effective to shut down these businesses? Propaganda that the virus is really bad. Once you've done that, as you own the media, what do you do next? You sit on it. Brainwash the people about being afraid of the outbreak. What they think, they'll tell you what you think you need to do. Then do the plan and find out if the people will do it. They don't really do it. So you change some laws so you can enforce them to do it after the scare. And the scare might get the people to allow you to change the laws in enough numbers. Once you've done that, then you enforce it. Once they know you've enforced the new rules in the new way when it comes to the virus, then you sit and wait for your enemies, certain companies that you shut down. So you allow some on and you shut down others. You make it look a little weird why they even do it in the first place. But people will speak. But you give them propaganda about why a business can do it and another one can't. You make it look good. Propaganda. Hitler was good at that. People, bad guys, always think, how can we be another Hitler? How can we use propaganda and things that happen to our advantage, like Hitler did? So what do you think's been happening, people? And with this test, it'll work out well if the people just go in line. Most of them, of course, that's what you need to make it work, because that's how the world works. If most do, it will happen. Then once the people, you've propaganded as long as you can, then you bring it back. You stop it. See, the virus is still out, but what are we doing now? What has really changed besides a lot of people having the needle? Does it mean the people that didn't are going to die eventually from the virus? They might. They might even get an immunity. What happens if none of them die again from that virus? What does that mean? Would they like to see that? If that started happening and you're worried about the virus not doing its job, you could use another virus by injecting it into people. Now, I'm not saying that they're antivirus and all the things they're doing are doing it. I'm just telling you what you could do. And you can make this injection like Hitler did. Say it was good for you when he first started these injection ideas. to make their people not able to produce. He did that. And told them it was a flu needle kind of thing. It was a injection of vitamins or something like that it was. But it wasn't. So if it's been done before, don't think it won't be done again. Because humans are good at trying to perfect things. And he failed. He got caught. Didn't work. So what does that mean? Does that mean humans will let it go? The bad ones, of course? No. They will perfect such a thing. And if it nearly happened last time, you know what that means to these people? That means they definitely should try again because it was close and maybe next time it'll work. But anyway, people, the only way to stop this is to let information come out with propaganda, I guess. That's how it is. It's propaganda against propaganda at the moment. And it's up to people to believe in certain things. And when you release a certain needle, which is what made me worried about certain things they've done in this world, with this plan, you would, to give you an excuse, they love having excuses, passing the buck kind of thing, if they need to do it. And that would be that everyone agreed that we can have this needle before we did all the full test. So if things happen in the future, when it comes to the needles that they've done, when they didn't do full test, they are covered in the end because we agreed to take it governmentally, right? Not through the medical sector. So in the end, when you're using a needle to a lot of people, and the government is, and it hasn't been fully tested, who really gets the blame at the court? It'll be the government when they know, wouldn't it? So they want to hope when it comes to these companies releasing certain things that nothing does happen, because when it does, what would happen? The government would get the blame. But you know what a government would do, because they're all part of this propaganda, this was happening? They will cover up that and say it was something else. They can say something else caused that problem. It wasn't the needle. See how easy it is? Definitely in the world today, with lawyers too, and laws that are unfair and can be changed by these such people. But anyway, I'll leave that with you. And all you can do is make your own opinion and your own assessment. And if you're happy with what you're doing, be happy. And you believe none of all that's happening, propagandas or whatever, you do that. But just think, if things ever go wrong and if things happen, you could look back at certain things and go, maybe I was wrong. And that's how we fix things, isn't it? A lot of times, though, the human race doesn't fix things until that happens. It's a shame. People should want to fix things before it happens. More preventing would be better than waiting to see what happens. Anyway, have a good one and see you later, everybody. Peace out.